Presence is used in order to have student organizations reserve event space on campus. So anytime your organization has a meeting, is going to have an event, is going to do anything on campus, you have to put in a request for that event space. So we're going to go over right now how to put in that event space request. The first thing that you're going to do is log into your dashboard, and you can go to create an event in a couple of different ways, but I'm going to show you the first way to do it. So you're going to go over to events and you're going to press this plus sign. The plus sign is going to bring you up to the event registration. As you can see here, organizations must request space a minimum of 2 weeks prior to the time needed. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your event name in, your organization will populate in, and then you're going to tell about the event. When writing a description about the event, you want to use you want to make a description that's exciting and is going to sell the event to students. So, a test event. Now you're going to go down here to event details. If your event is only for members, you're going to put just members. But if it's open to everyone, you're going to put open to everyone and like the whole entire campus. If you're collaborating with another organization, you're going to fill that out here. If this is a repeating event, such as a meeting that's going to be occurring every week or every bi-week, you're going to put that it is occurring multiple times. If it's only happening once, this could be something like a tabling event that you're going to do or a special game or something else that's going to happen. You're going to put, no, this event only happens once. But let's just say that this event is occurring multiple times. You're going to then input how often it is happening. This is good for me to know because I have to go into another system and reserve this space for your event. So while I'm reserving that space, I just won't reserve it for one day. I'll reserve it either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You're going to go down to, do you need time to set up for the event? If it's just a meeting, you probably don't need time to set up for it unless there's something important happening within the meeting. But if it's something like a runway show that you're going to be doing and you need to set up the decorations beforehand, you're going to put yes and indicate how much time you need. But for this, I'm going to put no. Do you need tables for the event? This means any extra tables, such as you're going to be using the hanky, which is a plain room, and you need 3 tables for food to be put on. This doesn't include the tables that are like already in a classroom or anything. So I'm going to put yes, I need tables, and I'm going to need 1 table because it's going to be an event in the hanky that needs 1 table for food. The next is going to be, will you be using any technology, projector, speaker, microphone, screen in the room, or need any additional technology? We're going to be showing an event in this, or we're going to be showing a movie during this event for sake of this example. So I'm going to put yes, and it says, please list technology needs. If unsure, please describe exactly what you wish to do at the event. So I'm going to use the example. We will be showing a movie off an iPad streaming from Netflix. This is important for us to know, not only like what you're doing, which is watching or showing a movie, but also where you're streaming it from, which is off of Netflix. Because if it's in a room that maybe doesn't have internet connection, or you need a certain adapter for your iPad or something, you will need to know that information, so I can tell that to our AV tech people and they can get you the right things. Will KOR funding be used for this? Yeah, we're going to have some treats and candy, and so KOR funds are going to be used for that. This pretty much lets me know to alert KOR that you anticipate using funding for this event. If you are using this event as a fundraiser, meaning that you are raising money, So if this movie was going to be, we're showing something and it's $5 to get in, and when you see the movie, the money goes to the American Cancer Society, I would put yes. That would involve another step for your organization, which I'll get into in another video. But if you're raising money for something, you need to check this off. We also have some things at the Center for Student Involvement that you can rent. So you just put what you want to use, and that will just alert me to email you and ask, like, hey, when do you want this for? You're going to put the start time and date. So I'm going to have this for September 19th at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. because that's what populated, and then have it end at 9:30 p.m. on the same date. And like I said, the location's at Hankey. You can put your contact information here, so if a student wanted to know more about it, but you don't have to put anything here. Same things with tags, opportunity, budget, anything like that. You don't have to put that in, except if the event is service hours, then you would put service hours in and how many the hours are for, and that automatically populates when a student is checked into the event that they, on their profile, get service hours, which is something that is pretty cool. Yeah. You can also hide this from non-members. So this means that anybody who's not on your roster through Presence will not be able to see this. So anybody who is not a member of For Equality will not be able to see this event on their Win Events app, and it won't show up on the website if you check this. So this is good for if you have a closed meeting or something that you still want to check people into, but that you don't want showing up because it's not advertised to everybody else. You could also do a members only check-in. I honestly don't suggest that because there's no reason that you really need to take that off or check that off, or allow non-student check-in. You don't really need to use that either, but you could click that and it just allows you to put an email address of somebody else who might be signing in. So once you're done filling that all out, you're going to go submit for approval. Oh, see, it told me that I didn't do something. So now I'm going to go down and search for an image because I forgot to do that. You always have to have an image. It doesn't have to always be the flyer, but it can be kind of whatever you want, just like that. And then submit for approval. And mine's going to look a little bit different than yours, but essentially it's going to come up that this is submitted, and I get all of this information, and then I go in, I look at it, I see if there's anything, there we go. I see if there's anything that I need to ask you about or to clarify, and then if I think it's okay, I go in and I use my scheduling software that I have, and I actually schedule the event to come up. Your advisor also receives a email about that you submitted an event, which is kind of cool. So the advisor can also be aware of everything that's going on within the organization. So when I approve the event, you also get a notification that the event has been approved. And then the next step will be actually hosting your event and checking students into the event, which I'll get into with the next video.